On today's video, I'm going to show you how I prep my hair to curl so that it lasts. Let me preface by saying this is the technique that helps my hair hold curls the best. I definitely was someone who used to struggle with my curls falling out very quickly after I curled my hair. And what I'm going to show you today is what I've learned to do to make my curls last 4 days, basically until I wash my hair again. Now, there are some other issues that can cause your curls to not last, and I have gone over those in another video because not every issue is going to apply to every person, and you're going to have to do a little trial and error to figure out the best thing for you, but trying what I do is a good place to start. First and foremost, if I want my curls to last and I want them to look their best, I'm always going to curl my hair when it's freshly washed. You also want to make sure that your hair is extremely well cleansed. I will shampoo my hair 2 to 3 times at least when I'm going to curl my hair. I want to make sure there's no buildup, there's no oil. My hair is so clean, and I just use a little bit of conditioner on my ends to make sure they are nice and smooth, but I use as little conditioner as possible, and I try to use a volumizing conditioner. So a conditioner that is from a line that is meant for volumizing, because I want something that is not going to be super heavy and weigh my hair down. I also avoid any sulfate-free shampoos if I'm going to curl my hair. I want my hair, like I said, to be really clean, and a shampoo with sulfates in it as its surfactant is going to clean my hair better and prep it really well for the curls, as opposed to a sulfate-free shampoo, which might not get my hair as clean. One of the biggest culprits of making your curls fall out is there being too much buildup or moisture in your hair. So again, really clean hair. Next, I'm going to skip putting in my leave-in conditioner. I shampooed and conditioned my hair in the shower, and I would usually follow up then before I blow dry with a leave-in conditioner for extra hydration, smoothness, all of those good things. But I do skip it when I'm going to curl my hair, because again, we don't want the hair over moisturized and the cuticles extremely smooth. We want the hair to be a little bit textured, and our cuticles to remain slightly open from the shampooing process in order for our hair to hold those curls really well. I am then going to go in with a strong hold volumizing mousse. So the one that I like the most right now is the Puff Me volumizing mousse. That's not to say you can't use a different one. You can use whichever one that you find works the best in your hair. This is just the one that I like the most. But what is important to me is that it's strong hold, because again, we want our hair to hold, and having strong hold products in our hair prior to curling is going to help with that process. And I also want to make sure whichever one I'm using has heat protection in it, because I'm not getting heat protection from my leave-in conditioner that has heat protection in it before I blow dry. I want to make sure there's heat protection in my volumizing mousse, and there is in this one. I'm also going to make sure that I get my mousse all over my hair, not just in my roots where I want volume, but all over my hair, because again, we want that hold, but we don't just want hold in our roots, we want hold all the way through and all the way to our ends. So we're going to make sure we work that mousse in all over our head. Then I'm going to blow dry my hair, and I'm not going to smooth my hair when I blow dry it. I'm just going to rough dry. Now, if you have curly hair and you want to kind of straighten it with a brush as you go, that's fine. Your hair has enough texture that that's not going to cause a problem. But if you have straight, smooth hair like me, we don't want to use a round brush or anything smoothing while we blow dry our hair. We're just going to rough dry it and get it dry. There we go, all dry. And at this point, I would brush my hair, and then I would go in with my hot tool to curl, wave, whatever I'm gonna do. And that is literally it. That's how I prep my hair. If you were to touch my hair right now, you can definitely feel and see that it looks a bit on the drier side. It doesn't have that silky smooth finish that it would have if I dried my hair in a way that was intended to make my hair look healthy and smooth and soft, and we wouldn't have any dullness. You can definitely feel in my hair the texture from the volumizing mousse, because we've put it everywhere, not just in our roots. And I know some people don't like the feeling of products in your hair, but the reality is, if you want your hair to last, you're gonna need some products. That's what they're for. Our hair is not designed to hold different shapes without the help of products, especially the further away from your natural texture you're going. And what that means is if you have naturally curly hair and then you want to go with a hot tool and make your hair more curly or different shapes of curls, your hair is going to respond better to that because your hair structure is naturally curly. But if you naturally have really straight hair, trying to get your hair to stay curly is going really far away from what your hair wants to naturally be. So you have to have products to help it do that. That's literally what products are designed for. I would prep my hair this way anytime that I want my style to last a long time, whether that's using a curling iron, a wand, a waver, a thermal brush, anything that I want to create lasting shapes and volume in my hair, I'm going to prep my hair like I did here today. Keep in mind also, if you try this one time and it doesn't make a difference, that doesn't mean it's not going to work. Sometimes it takes a while to get the right combination of products, to really understand that we're cleaning our hair properly, and just working around the routine and figuring out what works for you. Because I swear, for years, I was the person whose hair would not curl and would not stay curled, even if I got it curled. And now my hair lasts for days. One more thing that you always want to make sure that you are doing when you want your curls to last is making sure your tools are hot enough. I know we don't want to damage our hair by burning it with a hot tool, and we want to use it on as low a temperature as possible. However, if you're using it on a low temperature, you're creating that curl and that curl is falling out 20 minutes later, then your flat iron or your curling wand, whatever it is you're using, isn't hot enough and you need to turn it up a bit. That doesn't mean you need to turn it up to 450 degrees. Turn it up bit by bit and you'll know once you hit that right temperature, because once your hair is getting heated up to the correct temperature, it's going to be much more successful at holding those shapes for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that helps. If you have any questions about my pre-curl routine, let me know in the comments below and I will answer those for you. Thank you so much for watching today. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Like, subscribe, all that stuff so we can grow here at DIY Hair School.